Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Giant Bomb Community Tournament.
The
It's nice to be
green
back. I
team's
wasn't here
banning
last night,
someone
was
now.
not casting. I was busy feeling sick. So I hope that your other casters, Joel and all those guys, did well for you. I didn't actually get a chance to see the streams, but from what I understand, they were fine. I heard Joel turned into a robot a few times because thank you, US East. We're currently
Bad
on
dude's
US East
banning
right now.
someone now.
Hopefully, we won't find too many issues. If we do, we will be remaking with a different server, but don't anticipate it. They've been not the world. Okay.
Radiant
All
team
right. I guess I
banned.
will actually talk about this game really fast. So we have a Faceless Void ban coming out of what team is this? DunH8 is
Dire
what I've been
team
told,
banned.
but we EU now is what it says. I don't know. I'm just gonna call him DunH8. But yeah, we have Faceless Void, Lycan bans. Those are pretty sensible, but the Meepo ban is kind of weird. I mean, if that's what they want, they're allowed to ban it. I'm not gonna stop them. Uh, I think it's a waste, but whatever. We
Five
that's the
seconds
ban coming out
remaining.
from GUIDOS. Maybe they're super confident. They know more about DunH8 than I do because
Reserve
I
time.
honestly don't know anything about the team. I haven't seen them play yet. I believe this is their first game of the tournament. So, Doom, that's a more sensible ban. I can
Radiant
get
team
behind that
pick.
one. Stream, you're going to see some options menus in just a second. My apologies. Just have to make sure. Yep, so people inside Dota should be able to hear me as well. Fantastic. All right, so Doom ban, solid ban. Radiant gets first pick. I don't know. Nothing really to say until the first pick actually happens. So, in
Tide
the meantime, oh,
Hunter.
okay. You know what? Tidehunter is a pretty good
Dire
first
team
pick.
pick.
I was playing in the Join Dota tournament the other day. We played a first pick Tidehunter, and it actually went super well for us. So he's pretty difficult to counter unless you get natural BKB carriers. So that's probably going to be a solo lane for Tidehunter, be it off lane or solo safe. Depends if they want to do a tri lane or jungler. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the choices are. But Tidehunter is always a solid first pick. Kraken Shell is like borderline broken because you can pull yourself out of like any stun,
Razor.
anything except for Chronosphere, essentially.
Dire team
Razor
pick.
coming out for Team Guidos, I think that's again a pretty solid pick. I can't wait for the new patch because we see Razor in every game. We see Void, we see Tinker, Doom, which is banned, Lycan, which is banned. Void was obviously also, but uh, I know. Razor's good. He can combine with just about anyone and have an easy time. One of the more recent games I had that was pretty fun is Razor Disruptor, because you get a kinetic field up, and you have Razor just sucking off damage, and you know
Five
what?
seconds
Nothing they can
remaining.
do. Rubik Razor, that's fine too. Rubik's
Radiant team
W,
pick.
his what's it called? Fade Bolt. Excuse me. The damage reduction helps a ton, especially when you're also taking away armor with everything that's coming out of Razor's ult. I think that's a super strong combination, especially if you get all of the teammates with the damage reduction coming out of Rubik, and of course his passive magic resistance that is an AOE. That's also fantastic. Haven't seen a lot of Rubik in these games, if I'm honest. I think Rubik is pretty underpicked both in the pro scene and the amateur scene. He's pretty rad. Uh,
5 seconds
so that
remaining.
means, I think another reason for the Rubik pick is that they're anticipating a lot of team fight out of
Reserve time.
DunH8. And I mean, if they get, excuse me, they get an Enigma, he's going to steal Black Hole. Tidehunter, even if he gets a BKB, you can steal through BKB, so he can get Ravage. As long as Rubik's patient, if
Shadow
DunH8
Shaman.
gets big ultimates, he's going to steal them. Shadow Shaman is
Radiant
another
team
good
banned.
person to steal from. Every one of his skills is super strong, especially if it's level 3 or above. So if you have level 3 or 4 Ether Shock, you're going to do a ton of damage. Level 3 or 4 Hex, Shackle, and of course Wards. If you get wards, that makes it a super easy push for you guys, especially if your Razor has Ags. So overall, I feel pretty
Five
good about the
seconds
picks coming
remaining.
out of Guidos. DunH8, I think their picks are good, but the Rubik does make it scary. So
Reserve
right
time.
now, I feel like they're probably going to be looking to ban out some cores. Oh, Tinker is a pretty good ban also.
Bad dude's
I
banning
think
someone
Tinker,
now.
I think Razor's likely going to be your mid lane. He doesn't perform as admirably as the safe lane carry with the support. I think he benefits from early levels. Oh no, my cat just came in here. I might have to step away for a second and kick him out because he's very disruptive. But yeah, Tinker is a good ban here. If they're looking to push a lot with
Five
Shadow
seconds
Shaman, then
remaining.
Tinker is a really strong anti-push. If they're looking for anti-push to get rid of anti-push rather,
Reserve
they should
time.
probably also get rid of Coddle. Okay, 1 second. I have to kick this cat out of here. So get out of of here, cat. Fantastic. No more cat. So I think in terms of bans for what Guidos are looking here, they're probably going to want to stop any kind of push. Death Prophet would be a solid ban because we've seen Death Prophet in so many of these games. I think another... Oh, Venomancer, yeah. That's a pretty good pusher, so that's a solid ban also. If you get 1,000 or 10 million Veno wards out there, like, you can't do anything about it, especially as a Rubik. Brewmaster being the next ban out of DunH8, I think that's a good one. Like I said, they should probably get rid of the cores.
Team pick.
A Brewmaster could really disrupt a fight. Death Prophet is a good ban coming out of Team Guidos. Like I said earlier, I think he's been in all, or she rather. Yes, Krob is a she. Has been in like almost every one of the games in this Giant Bomb tournament, and I'm actually pretty happy to not have to see her in this game. As much fun as Death Prophet can be, she's a really boring hero. I mean, her ultimate obviously does a ton of damage, but all it is a bunch of ghostly ladies following around going ooh. So I don't know. I don't think Death Prophet's the most fun, even though she's one of my most successful heroes. That's what I learned Dota on. I don't necessarily like her. So, in terms of Guidos, I think they're looking to pick up a secondary support or a core, and there's a core. Juggernaut is a super strong one. So if Team DunH8 is looking for a lot of team fight, and Juggernaut is able to get a spin-off before the team fight actually happens, that's good, because that means he's also going to be able to get in an Omni Slash and take down a squishy hero like a Shadow Shaman. Tidehunter, not so much, but Shadow Shaman for sure. So now they're going to probably be looking for someone with some kind of beef in terms of DunH8. Visage is an interesting thing.
Team pick.
Oh my. Sorry, 1 second. I just got a Snapchat from a friend. I normally don't check these out during streams because, you know, professionalism and all, but it appears my apartment is just being absolutely destroyed back in Boston, which I've currently moved out of. All right. I'll attend to that later. Visage. I don't know if it's a great pick. I think it's an okay pick. I think his Gravekeeper's Cloak is going to be one of his strongest skills in this game, because with all the magic damage coming out of Razor and Rubik, Juggernaut, meh. But like the resistance that he's getting, mostly to right clicks, is going to be huge. So Visage is going to look to build a ton of armor items. He's probably going to be building a mech, eventually maybe an Assault Cuirass. He's going to be a pretty tanky hero. So you know what? Yeah, Visage is okay, but I feel as though in recent patches, Visage has got kind of bad, unfortunately. We'll see if DunH8 has a good Visage player. I'm not familiar with any of the players on these teams, so this isn't like me saying, oh, Kuroki's going to be playing this, even though Kuroki wouldn't play it, you know. Similar to that. All right, fantastic. Good. Turn my phone off now. All right, you should hear the off sound. Oh, apparently I muted it, so that's fine. All right, goodbye, phone. Professionalism, just like a Giant Bomb stream, am I right? Anyways, in terms of what Guidos are looking for right now, I think they're probably, yeah, I was going to say a strong support, and I think a good control support. So Disruptor is that. Disruptor with this kinetic field, like I was saying earlier, the kinetic field and Razor is pretty strong, because as long as you can get him in there, and Razor can sap all the damage, you can get a lot of damage off, especially if you get kinetic field, static storm. And if you need to glimpse, like if you need to bring him back just to finish him off, that's good. Visage Drow.
Bad dudes banning
now I completely understand what Team DunH8 is going for. So Drow's passive, Precision Aura, it used to be passive, now it's you can activate it. That is going to give them a ton of damage out of the Visage of familiars. So if Visage just throws familiars to a lane and says to Drow, hey, hit E, that tower is just going to start melting, especially if they're full charge birds. So Sand King coming out as the next ban for Team Guidos. I think that's pretty good. I think Team DunH8 has a pretty decent amount of team fight right now. If they got one more team fighter, they'd obviously be stronger, and I think Sand King would have filled out their lineup quite nicely. So I can completely agree with that choice of ban. And in terms of what DunH8 is going to be banning this time around, I would think either a solid carry or a solid mid. Like a solid offlane carry, I should say, or a solid mid, because I believe Juggernaut is likely going to be safe lane with Rubik, if I were to guess. They might be doing a tri-lane with Juggernaut, Rubik, Disruptor, so they could be looking for some kind of dedicated offlane, like a Bristleback or a Timbersaw or something. Yeah, that seems what
Dire team pick.
Team DunH8 thinks also because they ban out the clockwork, which I think is a pretty good initiation for Team Guidos, and especially if you get cogs on one of the squishy heroes like Drow, then all of a sudden Rubik can come in, Disruptor can come in, Razor can come in, and they just blow up. They just explode. Also, Clockwork plus Visage is really strong just because you get them in the cogs, then you drop a couple rocks. Or sorry, I'm thinking of the other way around because it would have been Guidos that picked it up. But, you know, just saying. It's a good combination. So I think we are looking for an off lane out of Team Guidos here. Oh, no, we're getting a mid. So that is Puck.
Radiant team pick.
So I think Puck is an okay choice here. I don't really like it. I think Razor would have been a respectable mid unless they're looking to run this Puck off lane, in which case it's okay. Getting a fast 6 on Puck is really strong because Dream Coil early in the game can do an absolute ton, and it's going to keep all the enemy heroes in a single area. Like, makes it easier for Disruptor to get a solid kinetic field off.
Ursa Warrior.
Ooh, and we get an Ursa Bear out of Team DunH8. This is going to be a pretty aggressive game, it looks like. I feel as though in terms of late game potential that Team Guidos might have a slight advantage, but in the mid game it's looking pretty even. I think Drow Ranger and Ursa do transition to late game pretty well, but I think if Razor gets an Ags and Juggernaut gets an Ags, those guys are just going to absolutely be destroyed. So, let's take a look at our players here. On the support Visage, we have Don't Shoot Me. We have Gaz on the Tidehunter. We have Currency on the Drow Ranger. Wasabi Nut on the Shadow Shaman. And we have Aw on the Bear. That seems appropriate. We have Yarden24 on the Puck for Team Guidos. We have GZZZZZZ Copper Scum on the Disruptor. We have Juggernaut on Venarlia. Or Venarlia on Juggernaut, I suppose. Old King Cole on Rubik. And we have Razor being played by Demoli. So it looks like they're sending a threesome bottom. I think this might just be to block camps, which I think is an okay choice, but they don't really have a dedicated jungler on Team DunH8, so overall, meh. So it looks like they are going to be running dual lanes on DunH8. I think that's okay. I think Visage is probably best paired with the Bear, just because if you get a good slow off with Visage's Q with Grave Chill, the Bear is going to be able to do an absolute ton of damage, especially if he gets early levels in Fury Swipes. I know a lot of lane Bears like to get tons of points in Earthshock, or at least it used to be that case like a couple patches ago, but I don't know. We'll see. So, Team Guidos ran 3 heroes down, and they didn't actually block the camp. They gave themselves lane or like jungle vision here. I think it's okay, but I think they would have been better served having a ward right here, or potentially right here.
Time to get angry with
I don't know if
each
you can
other.
actually see it, but yeah, it blocks the camp right there. Really hard to deward. Radiant DunH8 was pinging out the Roshan because they think that there's an early Rosh happening, but they would be incorrect. Disruptor seems to be going top, so I think we are actually going to be seeing dual lanes. No, it seems like Razor is drawing on the minimap saying, no, 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 bro, you're doing a tri-lane, whether or not you like it. Invisible Rubik picked up the rune there. He's just going to sit here and block the camp. That could be a good tactic, because it seems like that. Oh, they're doing a solo off-lane Tidehunter. Clever. They're not doing dual lanes. And I think this is actually pretty strong, because this is a tri-lane against a solo Razor. If they get shackles off on this Razor, he's going to die. This guy's just trying to keep him out of XP range, and I think that's good. So it's tri-lane versus solo lane, and a tri-lane versus solo lane. In terms of the tri-lane kill potential, they're actually fairly even, because if you get a Rubik lift and just hold him in the air for a while Juggernaut spins, he's going to take a ton of damage, and here you go. He's just going to be held there by the kinetic field. He'll take a ton of damage from the spin. He's not going to die, though. He's just so tanky. If he would have hit Anchor Smash, he would have lost even less, because the damage reduction is just absolutely ridiculous. But the kill potential up here is just as strong, I think, because if you get a good shackle, which lasts like, what, a million hours? Almost 3 seconds. In that time, you're going to be able to get a bunch of hits off with the Bear, and when the shackle's done, you're going to be able to slow down with the Visage Grave Chill, and I think you're going to easily get a kill. But we see 2 of the supports from Team Guidos rotating to the mid lane, and they're looking to get a kill on this Drow Ranger, who I think that's a really good choice, considering Drow Ranger has no escape. And it's going to be a super easy kill. Check it out. Going to be a lift, kinetic field, Puck. Actually, they don't have that much damage output, and Rubik might die to the tower. Oh, Rubik. Oh, they're not even going to kill the Drow Ranger. The Rubik just... They did this with no creeps. I think if they would have had a bit of patience, then they would have easily gotten the kill, because, I mean, Puck with her Illusory Orb does a ton of damage, but as they had no creeps, there were no creeps actually attacking Drow Ranger. It was all the heroes, and in turn, Rubik just ended up tanking a lot of the tower hits and and just dying. So, bad rotation by Team Guidos. That's rather unfortunate. We see Old King Cole now with the Rubik running top instead, so it looks like they're moving their tri-lane to be a tri-lane to a tri-lane. Pretty solid choice. Are they going to go on this Razor? No. Just, oh! Kinetic Field does not quite catch the Ursa. The Ursa, oh! I didn't see that he got a level in Soul Assumption, but that's fantastic. I think we're actually going to see Razor fall here. Demoli, he could try and deny himself to creeps, but no. Just right-clicks from the Visage are going to kill him. Rubik wants to go in, but Visage gets his salve cancelled by a neutral creep. So thank you, Centaur, you're a big jerk. And right now, things are going heavily in DunH8's favor. Just, overall, they're outplaying at the moment. I feel as though Team Guidos has made some questionable decisions. They've made some good decisions as well. I think the tri-lane they had here did have enough kill potential, but unfortunately, now they're not going to be able to kill this Titan. He's just so tanky. If he hits E, then they're not going to be able to kill him. So, let's see how the farm is going. On your safe lane, or sorry, your tri-lane, I should say. Excuse me. What was originally a tri-lane, your Juggernaut leading in last hits of 16 and 3. Pretty crazy that they're off lane. Oh no, oh no. Razor killed off the Shadow Shaman. I didn't see what happened there, my apologies. But, yep, in terms of last hits, like I said, Juggernaut leading it, but Team DunH8 isn't doing too bad. We have a spin coming up from Juggernaut over here. He's going to do a bunch of damage to this Tidehunter, but he's not going to kill him. In fact, I think if Tidehunter had hit E in the middle of being spun on, he wouldn't have suffered much damage at all. I'm missing all the kills. So the Razor falls, I think in that tri-lane, that's who you want to kill. So the kill went to the Visage. The Visage is just racking up the kills. Where are you at, Visage? Yeah, 3-0 at 4 minutes in. 3 of the 4 kills for Team DunH8. So, good for you, Don't Shoot Me. I think this is actually pretty good. Oh, they're going to put a Soul Assumption on the Disruptor. I don't think they're going to get a kill on the Bear. Well, they're going to attempt. The Bear is going to run in there, but he's going to get all of his damage stolen by Razor. Razor's just going to right-click him down. Oh, they're going to kill the Razor, though! Oh no! Oh, the Visage right-click F's him, but the Ursa falls in the meantime. That's rather unfortunate. Razor got all of the XP for the kill there. So overall, that engagement is definitely going in favor of Guidos, because the Razor, yes, he died, but he got all the experience. So, and he is working on a fast mech, it looks like. No, Tranquil Boots? Interesting. I have not seen Tranquil Boots on Razor. I personally go for Phase Boots on Razor. I think it's a far stronger build because it allows you to chase easier and get more damage done, like more damage stolen, I should say. Interesting ward coming out here from Team DunH8. I think it's a good ward. It's pretty... Oh, well, I think they're actually going to kill this puck here. Oh, this is a very dead puck. Goodbye. But it's a good ward because it allows your mid to have vision of the mid lane right here, but it also gives you rune vision, and if there's someone ganking who wants to come here and come around on you this way... Oh my god, what happened there? Whoa. Whoa. Why did my camera go over there? I don't know what just happened there. If anybody can explain that one to me, let me know. But in the meantime, I think we're actually going to see Razor here, despite the fact that he was stealing a bunch of damage. The Visage Soul Assumption. That's the thing, is Razor does a ton of damage, but the fact that they chose a Visage is really strong because all the damage they're getting done to them, he's going to pick up and shoot right back at them. Because, yeah, he picks up 5 charges on his Soul Assumption, and it's such a low cooldown. It's, what, 4 seconds cooldown? Yeah, 4-second cooldown, and if he gets a decent mana pool, he can just be spamming that out. So if Razor's there, like, they're going to be able to kill any of the supports that are around, and maybe even Razor. So, yep, we are actually... Oh. The Tranquil Boots must have been a mistake, because yes, he does have a headdress on him now. I feel like he likely is going to go for Phase Boots just because it's a good pickup on the Razor. Like I said, it allows you to get the chase, and the extra damage is obviously super helpful. Puck is going to look to get this rune bottom. I don't think Drawbridge is going to contest. He doesn't even have a bottle. He went for an early Midas. He must have just recently got that, but it is on cooldown. That is a solid pickup. Not sure why they glyphed. This tower was not being pushed, and there's only 1 creep left, so poor use of glyph by Team Guidos. We'll see if they have to eat that choice now, but we have Rubik Disruptor. I think the Rubik might actually fall here. Good kinetic field by the Disruptor. It's going to keep his Rubik safe, but unfortunately it's not going to be down for Razor to actually kill anybody right now. Bear getting relatively low. What Phase Boots first? I think that's a good choice, and I do like his skill build. Like I said, most laned Ursa Bears usually get Earthshock Max first, but like, this is more of a jungle build, but I think it's actually more effective in the end, especially if you want to go for early Roche attempts. if you want to get pre-20-minute Roche attempts. We're probably going to see some kind of lifesteal coming out of the bear soon then. Visage Birds are up, and I think that's a huge X factor in this game. Because, like I said, Drow Ranger, when you get Visage Birds
Radiant's
pushing and you
middle
give the
tower is
precision
under
aura to the
attack.
birds, they start doing a lot of damage. So at any point now, I
bottom.
feel like Team DunH8 can actually engage in a fight and have a pretty distinct advantage. Because if we look at hero levels, both of the supports on Team Guidos, the Disruptor and the Rubik, are both level 4. And that's a super easy pick-off for a bear or a Drow
Radiant's
Ranger.
middle tower is under attack.
Looks like Puck is having a hard time in this mid lane. It's sad for him. Tidehunter is also heading home. He took a lot of damage from this solo Juggernaut.
Something bad is happening.
There was an Omni Slash spent, that's why. So, Omni Slash, you could say, is wasted, but I don't think so, because if he throws down, oh, he doesn't have enough mana, but if he had enough mana for a healing ward, I feel as though he probably could have gotten this tower pretty easy. I see a pause coming out, apparently. There's lag, like we were saying. US East has just kind of been trash lately. Don't know why. I'm going to blame Obama, because that seems most reasonable. Not too many exciting items coming out. We have boots and sentries on the Disruptor. There's no real invis units on the other team here on DunH8, so I guess he's just looking to go on a warding expedition. The Rubik has wards and boots and still all of his consumables. So that Rubik, he can survive a fight if he really wants to. Nothing exciting coming out of the Razor. Almost has a mech. Puck. I'm sorry, Puck. You're having a hard time, aren't you? 0-1. 29 last hits for the minute mark in mid isn't the worst, especially against a Drow Ranger. I mean, Drow Ranger has a hard time last hitting early, but as soon as she gets 6, like, it's pretty simple, especially when she has a Wraith Band. But Puck is going to be looking for a Blink Dagger. It looks like she's going for a Null Talisman, so maybe she's going Dagon Puck. I don't know. I don't really like Dagon Puck. I think it's fun, but in terms of this lineup, like, it's good against the Shasha and the Drow, but Ursa Bear is going to be tanky enough to just eat a Dagon and not really care. Visage doesn't give any kind of shit. Yeah, I don't think Dagon would be the best choice for this Puck in this game. Anyways, it looks like we're going to see some pressure coming out from Team Guidos up in this top lane. We're getting some pings coming out. Let's see if we're going to see an actual engagement up here. I don't know. It looks like they're pinging this Shadow Shaman. They want to kill him, but he has a lot of backup here. Actually, no, he doesn't have a ton of backup because the Visage actually ran away. He's going bottom lane. It looks like they want to get a kill on this Juggernaut, who has a spin available. So I think... Oh, I didn't notice Tide also spent his Ravage there. I'm really glad he didn't get an early point in Gush, because he's way more survivable this way. Sure, they're not going to be able to have the chase potential, but it's fine, because your Tidehunter's just going to survive anything you throw at him. Looks like they're wanting to dedicate to this, but yeah, he's just going to spin. Has Drow hit her aura? She has. So they have coordinated this. They know all... Oh, yeah, he picked up a point in Gush just to get the kill, and I think that's a solid choice. Puck's running in. There's so much damage coming out of these birds, man. Yeah, Puck is going to die. Yeah, he didn't have a phase shift available. He already used it. Visage Birds hurt so much with that Drow aura. And Soul Assumption, like I said, he maxed it out. That does a ton of damage. So as soon as anybody starts taking damage on Team DunH8, that Visage is just able to shell it out. It's just like artillery. Where are you, Visage? His mana pool is not very good right now. He needs a few mana items. He's going for a Medallion, which is pretty good. It's going to allow them to get super early Roche, especially with an Ursa Bear. Puck pinging out the mid tower. She knows she's going to lose it. If Drow hasn't... No, she doesn't have another one yet, but all those creeps could be hitting like crazy. She misses the last one. Unfortunate. We see the Tidehunter actually fall. I assume... Yes, there was an Omni Slash spent, so rest in peace, Tide. They're going to go on this Bear. I feel like... Do you have a glimpse? He does not have a glimpse. Oh, the Dream Coil was spent by Puck to cancel the TP, a classic S4 move, and you know what, that works out. I think the Bear is one of the ones they want to kill, and the fact that they killed the Tidehunter as well is pretty huge. Tidehunter sitting on 1,300 gold. He's obviously waiting for his Blink Dagger. I think that was a pretty good trade for Guidos. They didn't lose anything except for mid tower, obviously, and they killed two, arguably the cores of Team DunH8. I think if they would have picked up Drow, that would have been even better, because she would have had her Midas on cooldown, I assume, but I don't know. Ping's coming out on the Puck from the Ursa Bear, so that means I assume they have a ward here? Yes, they have a ward right here. Good ward spot, especially if you want to start getting aggressive into the enemy jungle. This ward spot, not so great. I mean, it allows you to see people coming in this way, but I feel like a far better ward spot for them would be right here. That way they can actually potentially dive behind the tower and get a bunch of kills. Invisible Puck waiting up here. Excuse me. Waiting on her Dream Coil. I think she's going to wait to engage until she has her Dream Coil. Rubik putting pressure on the mid tower, you know, strongest pusher in the game, Rubik. This Juggernaut has just been left to his own devices, given a ton of levels, one of the higher levels in the game. Ooh, we're going to see the Shadow Shaman. No, I don't think he's going to fall. Oh, the Visage and the Drow blow up the Disruptor. We're actually probably going to see Razor here. Yeah. Oh my god, that was a beautiful Dream Coil coming out of the puck. But, oh, don't break it. Oh, you're so low, man. But that was a fantastic 4-man Dream Coil coming out of the puck. But unfortunately, she's going to lose her own life for it. She kills the Visage, but... oh, actually, she's going to get away. They aren't going to pursue. He's going to send a bird after her, but nope. Puck gets away. So... not bad for Puck. It's a 4-man Dream Coil and a kill to top it all off, and she almost has a Blink Dagger, so hopefully that's the next pickup. That'll give them a far more initiation on Team Guidos, which they are kind of direly lacking except for Glimpse right now. In terms of items, looks like we're just getting pretty standard items all across the board. Looks like look at what everyone has in Analyze here real fast. Juggernaut's just going for quick drums. Puck, Blink Dagger is picked up. Razor is getting a very slow mech. He should have had it by around 12 minutes already, but he doesn't even have the Buckler yet. On Rubik, nothing. On Disruptor, nothing. Ursa Bear, also nothing. Is he saving his money? He must be saving for Vlad's or something like that, because he's sitting on 1,700 gold right now. Shadowblade coming out of the Drow. I think that's okay. An okay pickup. Shadow Shaman, nothing. Tidehunter, I assume he's waiting for his blink. If he's sitting on 2,000 gold, we're going to see the bear get Dawn on here. I think if he has an Omni Slash, if he spends it on the bear, that's an easy kill. He doesn't need to. He's going to spend it on the Drow Ranger instead, who's just going to fall. But in the meantime, the Drow Ranger does pick up the Rubik. Smoke picked up on the Visage as well, so he's going to get some kind of gank off. So now, Tidehunter has a blink, but so does Puck. So you have two sides, pretty good initiation both ways. Glimpse was spent there pretty poorly. Not too sure what he was going for, but Disruptor, I think they could have killed him pretty easily.
To get knocked over.
Maybe, no, Shasha and Visage, never mind. Bear's coming top, he's super fast, he's got those phase boots. He's going to get a lot of his damage stolen by Razor, who's diving pretty deep. This is a Tidehunter coming in. If he wanted to dedicate a Ravage to it, he could, but I don't think it's useful at all. Decent ward coming out of Team Guidos here. This one here I'm kind of fond of. I would have preferred if it was a little bit closer here. Gives you more vision of who's TPing in and the like, but, you know, it works. This ward spot also not bad, but actually a better one if you're playing in pub games. Check out this one, because it gives the same vision, but people usually put a sentry ward around here to deward, and it doesn't actually catch this one. So you're getting the same vision and less possibility to have it actually gone. So it looks like we're waiting for an engagement for Team DunH8 here. Oh, but we lost the bear. Oh, we need the bear if we're going to have this engagement, man. Look, he was already starting to run back to base. I think this could be a very one-sided engagement. If DunH8 does decide to go in, they have a Ravage available. Drow Ranger has pretty good damage output so far, just because she has a lot of agility coming out of her treads and her Wraith Band. The Midas gives her a little bit of extra attack speed, but meh. But yeah, Puck, she'll be able to phase shift some of it. Disruptor's just going to have to eat all of it. Razor's going to have to eat all of it because he doesn't have his mech yet. And Rubik, yeah, he might be able to steal something from him, but I think if they blow him up first, he's dead. We have a full Soul Assumption waiting on Visage. Nah, it's gone. But oh, see the pings coming out. I think yes.
Something bad is happening.
Team Guidos does know they're here because, like I said, they have this here, and we see the bottom tower fall to Juggernaut. But I still think this is going to be the more exciting engagement. Is anything actually going to happen here? Is any team going to dedicate? Shasha's really low. Oh, silence coming out on the Rubik. Oh, they're starting to engage. It's super awkward. The Puck, why was the Puck all the way down there? But anyways, we're going to see the Rubik fall real fast. We're going to see this Razor fall, no question. This Juggernaut does have an Omni Slash available in 2 seconds. It's a level 2, so we could get a lot of damage off him. He's getting just blown up by this Drow Ranger. We saw a buyback coming out of... Who's buyback? Puck. Wants to redeem himself after that really silly engagement, but no, we don't see the Omni Slash, and overall, Team DunH8, I don't know if that went entirely in their favor. They did force out a buyback, so yeah, I suppose it was in their favor, but they also didn't get a tower or anything out of it, but Ravage wasn't fun. You know what? Overall, I'm going to give that fight to DunH8. Looks like all the action is going to be top lane here. The bear heading home. He's going... Yep, I believe he's going early Vlad, so he's looking to take an early Roche. Hopefully we see like a Scotty bear, a slow bear. That'd be fun. We finally see the mech come up on the Razor. pretty late. I feel like a 12-minute mech would have been stronger. We see a Ravage coming out from Gaz. They're going to blow up the Juggernaut. He didn't even have a chance to spend his ultimate. And then the Razor's going to fall next. Really decent Static Storm coming out from Disruptor, but he's also going to fall. Stun coming out from Visage Bird 1. Stun coming out from Visage Bird 2. Nope, they don't even need it. They use the Shackles from the Shadow Shaman, and he's going to fall. This is going to be a free Tier 1 tower for Team DunH8. The bear is screaming. What is he screaming at? He's just screaming at these creeps in the tower, and the tower's going to fall. Visage cleaning up all the last hits. He's getting all the kills. He's getting all... Look at this, 11 and 2 Visage. He's just getting all the last hits with his Soul Assumption, with his, I don't know, with his birds. I think I've mentioned on these streams before, my friend Jesse, he used to play Visage a lot. He's just a terrible human being. This reminds me a lot of him. So Jesse, if you're out there, shout out. You're horrible. Rubik getting way too far up. Yeah, and the, I think the Tidehunter had the same thought. He's like, what are you doing, Rubik? Why are you so far up here? We can kill you. But there's now the Razor who has the mech, so he could potentially save things. Oh my lord, why did Razor not steal his ultimate? It's one of the strongest ultimates in the game. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's really good to up your static link, and Plasma Field is really strong, but that ultimate, the armor reduction, the armor reduction is absolutely huge. And like, if he's going to be going Scepter, he's going to need his ultimate. I think there was a post on Reddit a while ago of someone in 3K MMR who was a Razor and got his fast Ags, but didn't actually skill his ultimate. Just bewildering. I'm very confused. Smoke coming out from Team DunH8 here. They're looking to get a pick off. Who would be the easiest pick off for them? No one right here, just because they're going to see the puck, but little they know that there's a bunch of his friends waiting behind him. Well, the Juggernaut's there now, and then there was who is it? The Disruptor over here. They're leaving a puck illusion over here. They're anticipating the Bear Roshan. I think that's a pretty wise decision. I'm surprised this mid tower has not yet fallen. Shadow Shaman Visage still waiting around under the cover of smoke. I feel like they could be in better positions. They could be over here. But looks like Guidos expects something is up, and they're not willing to dedicate their heroes to a push. Good choice. Ravage coming up in 15 seconds. Oh, deny on the tower by Visage. Visage is just like the last hit master of this game, between kills and denies. Very impressive. Don't shoot me. Yeah, I love you. Razor, no idea what he's going for yet. Nothing too exciting out of him. I feel like we should be seeing way more action out of him, but it looks like we're going to be seeing a fast eggs or something coming out of the Juggernaut with this Overclub. Really good pick, especially with how squishy most of the players are on Team DunH8. Bear wanted to dedicate, but then he saw the Rubik. Nuh-uh. Especially with, with the Juggernaut TPing in, that's a Juggernaut with Omnislash is not something you want to fight as a Bear. So, let's see. Let's check out how the gold is going here. So as I would expect, it is going in terms of DunH8, just because if we look at the towers, they are a tower up on Team Guidos, and that Visage at 11 and 2 or whatever he is. Let's see, where are you, Visage? Yeah, 11 and 2. That's pretty huge, especially on a support. Looks like he's going for a Rod of Atos. He's going for extra control, and I think that's a pretty solid pickup on a Visage. It means you can hit your Grave Chill, slow them, hit Rod of Atos, slow them even more, and they're just going to be able to kill whoever's there. If it's Rubik, he's dead. If it's Disruptor, he's dead. If it's Razor, he might be dead. If it's Puck, depends if he's able to get a good orb and phase shift off. And Juggernaut, maybe not, because he's just going to be able to spin. See wards coming out here and a potential D ward, but not a very common spot, the one he was warding. Obviously, this one's pretty popular, but I think if the Team DunH8 was gonna ward, I would expect this one over it. And it looks like he anticipated that as well. I didn't notice that ward there. So it looks like we're waiting for another engagement up on top. All 5 players from both teams are here, and we're going to see something go down. It's just who's going to blink first, literally. They do see the Shadow Shaman here with this ward, so they're not going to have the element of surprise. Drow Ranger went invisible, but she's actually going to be seen as well by this sentry. Yeah, they're pinging her out. They know she's there, so this is going to be a dead Drow Ranger. She's just in range. Oh no, and the Omnislash comes out. Yes, that Drow Ranger blew up immediately. Ravage is spent. They need to dedicate to one hero right now. They need to focus everything on someone. The Glimpse pulls the Ursa Bear back, and he gets totally kited. Visage, in the meantime, shooting off Soul Assumption at this Juggernaut. Juggernaut not going to fall. Puck instead is going to take a lot of hits. He's going to die. In the meantime, we did lose the Shadow Shaman, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to see the Visage go down here, finally. Vision being scattered by the ward, and he tries to TP, but it's to no avail. So overall, that team fight went very much in favor of Guidos. Even through the Tidehunter ultimate, the Ravage, the team DunH8 wasn't able to do enough damage because they weren't able to focus. No one was looking at a single hero. I think they all needed to just right-click someone down, and they didn't. They didn't coordinate, so GUIDOS was able to sustain through the fight and just take the advantage. So, unfortunate for team DunH8, who had a super early lead, but now I think that GUIDOS actually has an opportunity to bring this back. Especially if we start seeing a eggs coming out of Razor. He's going for a Scepter? Interesting. I guess he might be going for that because of Bear. And I guess there isn't a ton of magic damage coming out of Team DunH8, but interesting choice. Oh, they have Dust. They're going to kill this Drow Ranger again. Unfortunately, unless he has a Midas on cooldown. Drow Ranger is very unhappy right now. He's probably reporting his team. He's saying, oh, noob, Suka, report pools. Top tower does fall for the Radiant team. Oh, Bear's going to go in. I think this is a very poor choice to think what he's doing. He has to get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, get out, you're dead. Very poor engagement by Team DunH8. I think that was probably the worst person that could have gone on with the worst person for initiation. Especially when there are 4 members of Team GUIDOS here. This is gonna, or was there 5? No, there was 5. So, very, very poor initiation by the Ursa Bear, and they're gonna lose a tier 2 in response. In the meantime, Tidehunter is pushing out bottom, but who cares, man? That's a tier 1 for a tier 2. Sure, you didn't have Ravage, but I think Tidehunter did actually have to be there just to tank something. Like, if he had engaged, I think it would have been far stronger than the Bear engaging. Just poor play all around from DunH8 there. So we're seeing poor play in both teams here. So, unfortunate. They're going to glyph. GUIDOS is going to glyph this tier 1 bottom. I don't think it's entirely worth it. This Tidehunter could just go in and right click it and potentially TP away. But, nope, he's just going to TP out, go mid. And they're going to reconvene now that they have Ravage, though he doesn't have enough mana to actually use it yet.
Bum tower denied for those evil bastards.
Denied tower in bottom lane. Team GUIDOS, that's good. Now we're seeing the towers have been equalized, and actually they've gone in favor of Team GUIDOS. Before, oh my. One moment, there we are. Before we saw that Team DunH8 was pretty behind in, or sorry, we're pretty ahead in towers rather. But now that Team GUIDOS has equalized it and actually gotten an advantage, I think they are in the lead. I don't know how this Ursa has not gone for Roche yet. It is 23 minutes into this game and he has a Mortal Mask. Single man Dream Coil spent on the Drow Ranger. He's probably going to die right here. Contained within this field. This Drow Ranger is contributing absolutely nothing right now. He's also going for a Ghost Scepter. How many people are going for Ghost Scepters here? You normally don't see this many Ghost Scepters. That's very strange. I mean, it's a really good pickup against the Juggernaut because his ultimate is all physical damage. So you're actually able to stop yourself from taking the damage. But, oh wow. Disrupt the ultimate spent on a solo Shadow Shaman. They're going to get the kill, but interesting. I think this could be Roche for that. Oh, no. Spin comes out from the Juggernaut, but it's not going to do anything. He was using it to chase the Visage, but I don't think he was going to get that kill even if he tried. We see Disruptor? Yeah, Disruptor coming out Roche. He wants to do it, but no, man. This guy, this Razor, he just wants to go. He wants to go ham. Ravage comes out while there's an Omni Slash going on, so they don't even get the Juggernaut in it. The Visage is going to fall. The Bear is going to fall soon after, I think. Yep, he falls to the Plasma Field. And we're going to see the Tidehunter fall as well. There he goes. We're waiting. We're waiting for that Ghost Scepter to run out. Yeah, here he goes. Goes to the winning Rift. Last goes to Razor, I assume it was from the ultimate. So we're going to see another tier 2 fall here for Team DunH8. And now things are very distinctly going in GUIDOS' favor. If we look here, yeah, gold is going that way and experience is going that way too. So early game lead thrown away by DunH8, rather unfortunate. This Drow Ranger, unfortunately, yeah, she has 5 kills to her name, but they keep blowing her up immediately and she's not able to contribute much to these team fights. Her power treads on strength, I think that's okay. She needs a little bit of extra health. Multiple heroes picking out Roshan on Team Dire here, right? So, do they have a really good tank for Roshan? Not particularly, they're all pretty squishy. I think Razor is probably the best just because he's holding that neck. Roche has other ideas. He wants to go right on Juggernaut. Let's see. Does the Radiant team have any idea this is going on? They have no wards in the area. They don't seem to be pinging. They don't seem to care. So this is going to be a free Roche for Team GUIDOS. This could be their chance to end the game, I think, with a good Roche on probably Razor or Juggernaut. I think I would prefer Razor over Juggernaut, because Juggernaut, once he spends his ultimate, is a little less useful though I think the Razor is useful all around, especially if he gets another static link off. And goodbye, Roche.
Hey, someone check Roche. Maybe they're doing Roche.
And they put it on the Juggernaut.
Dire's
That's fine.
top tower is under attack.
Very late D ward coming out from DunH8 here. Worthwhile, I suppose, but I mean, they lost Roche.
Bad dude's
so.
top tower gonna fall over soon.
That Ursa Bear, he even had a smoke. He wanted to Roche at some point, but he waited far too long. 26 minutes for the first Roche with an Ursa Bear in the game with the Morbid Mask.
Tower is under
Pretty poor play from I believe. That's rather unfortunate, but I think they're kind of standing around doing nothing. They're losing a lot of the advantage they had just because they're scared to go out into their own jungle, even though they don't need to be. Oh, right, sorry. If you look at the stream, that is going to be all messed up on my mini-map, but if you look up here, we have no threat coming up from the Dire team. They could just be farming, they're just scared and sitting all around together, losing a bunch of experience and a bunch of gold. While, in the meantime, Team GUIDOS is just building up a wealth. Oh, they're going to find the Drow Ranger out here all alone for some reason. They're not going to be able to... Oh, they did get her out. Drow Ranger, I have no idea what you were doing up there all alone. That was... Yeah, we're seeing a bunch of misplay coming out for Team DunH8, despite their early lead. Rather poopsome. I feel as though Team GUIDOS, if they're going to be pushing, they probably should be pushing bottom. Just because that is their last outer tower for the team DunH8. And, you know, once you get rid of that, you saw how scared they were before they lost that tower. They're just going to be absolutely terrified. Ato's still not finished on Visage, so he's super behind. Nothing on your Shadow Shaman. His Ghost Scepter. I mean, it worked out for him for a little bit over in the mid lane skirmish a little while ago, but what do we see? There's a new item here. Yule's on Puck. There's something new delivered. Oh wow, Rubik has both a Force Staff and a Blink Dagger. That's pretty fantastic, actually. That's going to be a million pounds of initiation coming out for Team GUIDOS between their Puck, their Blink Razor. What else do we have? Do we have anybody else with a Blink? Well, obviously Puck, but already mentioned that. And a Force Staff coming out on the Disruptor as well. So lots and lots of initiation coming up for Team GUIDOS, and it could also potentially be a lot of counter initiation if they're able to Force Staff whoever's being gone on by Team DunH8. If we look in terms of last hits in the farm, it's not too surprising that if you see GUIDOS has 3 of the top 5. The Drow Ranger is farming pretty decently, as is the Ursa. But the thing is, like, they're not able to contribute. The Ursa really needs a BKB, which I think that's what he's working on right now, and I think Drow needs the same. Like, the Ghost Scepter is okay. I don't know. I think if you use a Ghost Scepter and Puck throws an Illusory Orbit, that's completely not worth it. Same with Rubik throwing a Fade Bolt, and if you're caught in Disrupt Ult, then it's just the worst choice you could possibly make. But, I don't know. I think a BKB would be a far stronger pickup on your Drow Ranger rather than whatever she's working for. E-Blade makes absolutely no sense because she has no magic damage to speak of unless she gets a Dagon, which would be even stupider because she needs attack speed. And it looks like Team GUIDOS is actually going to push this last tier 1 last tier 2 tower for the Radiant. There is a smoke that came out for the Radiant here. They're actually going to catch him off guard. This could be a good Ravage. Oh, fantastic Ravage. They need to AFK to one hero. They need to AFK to one hero. They're not doing it. Oh no. The Disruptor does fall, but we're going to see... Oh, it looks like she's going to get away. Oh my. I can't even commentate on this fast enough. We did see a Dream Coil spent by the Puck. And... Oh no. The wards. We're going to die. Oh, the Aegis is spent. And we see a buyback coming back from the Drow. Oh, that fight went entirely GUIDOS' way. Oh, Drow, you can't fight this. Why are you going in this far? This Drow's gonna get spun on, and she's gonna die. They see her here. Is there... What's the difference? Puck? No. I feel like that was a very poor engagement from the Drow Ranger again. I mean, she didn't lose her life this time, so it worked out a little better, but overall, that fight went the way of Team GUIDOS. It forced a bunch of buybacks. I think
top tower is
the play here has been kind of questionable on both teams, but it's been less questionable on GUIDOS. So we're going to see... The tower did not fall, so they did defend this tower, but they had to spend a lot for it. They used Ravage, they used Drow buyback. Or was it Drow that bought back? Who dropped? Yeah. And they used the Tidehammer buyback for some reason, who didn't actually accomplish anything with the buyback. So those two are not going to be able to buy back if the next engagement, or when the next engagement happens. Sure, there will not be an Aegis on Team Guidos this time around, but I don't think they care. So Roche could be up within the next few minutes. We're going to see him... I have to remember how to actually read this thing, because it's really bizarre. Let's see. So the timer that's left is until it can potentially be up, and then the timer that follows is how many minutes it is. But I don't know how much this is, the denomination of this is. I don't know if these are minutes. Must be minutes. So let's say 2.5 minutes until it could potentially be up, and then potentially another 3 minutes from there. I don't know. We'll see. 5 minutes at most. As soon as Guidos picks that up, there's very little that Team DunH8's going to actually be able to do. Just as soon as one of those guys is able to come back after a death, if it's Juggernaut, if it's Razor, doesn't matter. They're going to be able to do a ton of damage. And there is finally an Aghanims that has come up on Razor. That's a really good choice. Solid choice. It's what you see in all the pro games, and it's going to give them all the push in the world. It's also going to give them a ton of armor reduction, because you're just going to see so many more bolts coming down. And oh, interesting. We see a smoke come out. Was it spotted out at all? No. They're going to look to go on Shadow Shaman. Oh, Puck revealed herself. They're going to go right now. Oh. Static Storm coming out. They're going to kill the Shadow Shaman, no question. Whether or not they're going to get more remains to be seen. I think they could probably kill that Visage. Look how tanky he is. That Gravekeeper's still doing a ton of work. Does he have any other tank items? No, he just has an Atos and a Medallion. So, despite his huge kill lead, he doesn't really have that many items. That's unfortunate for the Visage. I think he would have been better served with an Assault Cuirass, because it would have helped his team a huge amount. So, Smoke does get a kill. It kills the Shadow Shaman, but not too exciting. This Drow Ranger still has absolutely nothing. Ursa Bear has a BKB, so he's actually probably going to be able to survive the next engagement, but he needs his entire team to be there in order for it to actually matter. So they're looking to push high grounds here from Team GUIDOS. I think they can do it. Oh, there is a Ravage that comes up from Gaz, though. Oh, BKB, Omni Slash. Oh, no, look at them fall. Oh, my God. This one's so tanky, though. But that is an Aghanims that was on the Juggernaut. I didn't even notice that he was just going to be absolutely... We're going to see the Tidehunter fall. Probably going to see this Visage fall, and I would be surprised if we see the Bear fall as well. Goodbye Awe, and goodbye Visage. I believe that is likely GG for Team DunH8, because they have no buybacks, and they have a Razor with an Ag Scepter. Yeah, they're just going to take these racks, and if they so desire, they could just keep pushing and just go straight for throw. Visage has buyback, but absolutely nothing.
What you gonna do? Get Radiant's middle barracks.
I do respect them for not GGing. They want to try. They want to try and continue, but I think at this point, when they can't kill Team Guidos, even when they don't have an Aegis, and even when they spend Ravage, that is pretty indicative of the lead that Guidos currently has. It's just yeah, almost 10,000 gold lead. Almost 20,000 XP. Absolutely not insurmountable, of course. If this was a pro game, I would say it could go either way. But as this is not a pro game, I think this is heavily in Guidos' favor. They're going to get a Atos off on the Juggernaut, but doesn't matter. Get out of the static, the kinetic field. If he wanted to TP, I think he could have. He's just going to BKB TP. He's fine. Goodbye. Bye, Juggernaut. So, pressure continuing from Team Guidos. They're going to be pushing the bottom lane with this Rubik. Throw out a Fade Bolt, get these creeps going. That's fine. If he has some friends coming, that's going to be a super easy tier 2 for them. I feel really bad for Team DunH8, because they did have such a huge early game lead, and they were playing very well. They were outplaying Team Guidos, as I said at the start of the cast. But Guidos, I wonder if they just, like, someone gave them a motivational speech. Someone played Don't Lose Your Way from Kill a Kill. And they did not lose their way. In fact, they gained their way. Good wards actually coming out from Team Guidos as well. I like this one here. It provides good vision of lane and jungle. Let's see, can I just take a look at what vision it actually gives here? Yeah, okay, so this is dire vision right now. So they see a lot of what's going on here. They're able to see pretty deep into this jungle. And they also have a high ground ward right here, which they probably put up when they were pushing. What's coming out here? Wards, 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 wards. And it looks like they are... No, Roche is going to be up right now. Yeah, I caught it. Yeah. Haha, take that. I'm going to put on both teams' vision right now. So we're going to see Roche go on pretty fast. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, wow. Net worth. Oh, yeah. Net worth, man. Look at that. Top 3 are all distinctly on the dire side. Drow Ranger, her Midas is kind of paying off, but there is... I think this is completely insurmountable for Team DunH8. The Radiant is going to have a super hard time. They're not even testing this rush. They don't even know. Like, they're sitting here scared by their tier 2. And, yep, they put it on Juggernaut again. It worked out well for them last time, so I can't really contest it. Juggernaut almost has a butterfly and his BKB. This Juggernaut is really hard to kill at the moment. I feel like these guys, they should not be this far out even. They need to defend at high ground if they want to defend at all. This tier 2 belongs to Team GUIDOS. They have to just accept this fact. They cannot be too clingy. They just need to say, alright, sorry tier 2, we love you, but you're gone. I don't think he needed to pop his ult for that. It would have been better served on the tier 3, because now he's just going to waste a lot of its duration, which isn't too long anyways. Even though it's level 3, it still isn't too long. Heaven's Halberd actually came out on Razor. That's an interesting item. I assume that's for either Drow or Ursa Bear. Good choice. Any other surprising items that I'm missing here?
Top tower has fallen.
No. Another Ghost Scepter. Jesus Christ. Okay, now he sold it, but so many Ghost Scepters. Come here. Let's see. Let's see what's gonna happen, guys. I think if Team GUIDOS initiates, they have no problem. Sure, there's a die on a Ravage, but what's he going to do after that? He's going to hit his Ghost Scepter? Whatever. This Drow Ranger pick... Drow Visage is good, but I think the thing about Drow Visage is... Well, he is doing it. Like, you actually have to be taking advantage of this, but you have to be taking advantage of it all the time. And I think the birds actually would be better served here right now for the stun. And oh, Tidehunter, he's silenced. He can't actually get his Ravage off. They're going to kill him before Ravage is even done. All of the initiation for Team DunH8 is out. Oh no, the Omni Slash is just going to destroy Team DunH8. That is nearly a team wipe. Oh, there's a buyback from Drow Ranger. It doesn't matter. She's not going to be able to hold this off. And that is a GG coming out from Team DunH8. A valiant effort, but in the end, Team GUIDOS just got way too far ahead and were able to take the game. So, well played, Team GUIDOS, coming back from a pretty decent deficit. Fantastic. So, very well played. Nice try by Team DunH8, and GUIDOS wins this game. Fantastic. Well, we're going to be seeing more games from the Giant Bomb Community Tournament later today, so thank you for checking this out, and we'll see you soon.